Okay, so Cameron and J. Cole. So Cameron has filed a lawsuit against J. Cole and Universal Music Group. And the reason why he filed the lawsuit is because he says that he is owed money because there was an agreement that happened between him and J. Cole. So Cam appeared on, he did a verse for J. Cole's Ready 24. Let's take a listen to Ready 24.
Short-term vision ain't gonna get you the long yachts. Bill used to cash my check at the pawn shop. My second worst fear is sticking in the wrong dot. Cause child support supervision is gon' knock. It's crystal clear. I got the vision y'all don't got. Yes. Stupid. Yes.
This song's tough.
Here we go.
Tough tune.
I'm ready. Been ready. Let's go. Homie thought he caught her, but killer, I intercepted her. Deceptive not at all, I wasn't with disrespecting her. But I stood my ground, I wasn't with all the begging her.
Tough tune.
Yeah.
That's off Might Delete Later, right?
Yes. Yeah. So Cameron did that verse for the song, and in exchange for that, Cam had an agreement with J. Cole, and he claims that the agreement was he would have final approvals before anything was released, and that he would be properly credited for the composition and also the actual song recording. And he also says that J. Cole agreed to collab with him on a future project. It would either be a song or it would be something else, like collab-wise. And what that ended up being was a podcast, or what that collab ended up being was a podcast appearance on It Is What It Is, which is Cam and Mace's show with Treasure Wilson. Now, Cam says that 2 years later, this never happened. That J. Cole never basically stood up on his end of the bargain. So there was no song that happened. And in the lawsuit, Cam's attorneys say that Cam had went to J. Cole and said, look, I got 2 projects that I've already recorded. Listen to these and see if you want to hop on one of these. And J. Cole said, allegedly, J. Cole said, no, I'd rather us do a song, if we're going to do one, that both of us come up with together. So then he came back to him.
That's understandable.
Yeah, so then he came back to him a few months later, and he says, okay, well, what about doing It Is What It Is? And that was supposed to happen. It did not happen. So Cam is saying that, he's owed $500,000 because all this stuff was done wrong, and that he also wants the credits to be credited properly, because the credits are not credited properly at the time for how he contributed to the song. And for background, their relationship started when Cam hopped on 95 South, which was the intro for the album Off Season. We have 95 South too, and that was back in May of 2021, and that's when all of this kind of took place. We can listen to 95 South too.
Killer, it's the off season. Let's keep it tall. Y'all ain't going off my man. And don't check your watch. You know the time. Cold World. Killer Cam. This finish.
This too easy for me now. Cole been going plat since back when CDs was around. What you sold, I tripled that. I can't believe these clowns. Look how everybody clapping when your 30 song album do a measly 100,000. If I'm betting on myself, then I completely double down.
Cole be snapping, man.
Yeah. They both do. That's why I wish this would have.
He just not the king of the South. But listen, another interesting thing that was said in that lawsuit that I saw is they said that when Cam would reach out, they would tell him he was unavailable.
Yeah.
That sounds like team talk. That's why it's important for the artist to talk directly to each other. Because I bet you if the artist was talking directly to each other, it wouldn't have got to this lawsuit.
Which
point.
seems crazy because Cole is so hands-on with everything. Yeah. Cole is, he's usually the one that talks to the artists. He's usually the one that talks to the DJs. Cole wants to know the information. That's why this is strange.
Actually,
he probably didn't want to do the podcast until his album dropped.
Well, actually, it says in the lawsuit that J. Cole said for himself he was unavailable. It says between July 2023 and April 2024, plaintiff, who was Cameron. So Cam and Cole continued to communicate, but J. Cole repeatedly stated that he was unavailable to appear on the podcast. In April 2024, the defendant, J. Cole, released the sound recording of Ready 24, which was, including the verse and all the things from Cam. For Might Delete Later, and now here we are with the lawsuit. So
you got to be clear in communication. I mean, you got to tell. Let me explain to you why I'm not, available right now. It's not like I'm just igging you on purpose.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been.
Business is business when it comes down to it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I can understand Cam's position in this, but what I was trying to figure out though is if you guys are working so closely, that is the agreement. In this lawsuit, it says that they alleges J. Cole agreed. What changed? Why would you agree to that and then why would you string somebody along for 2 years and just be like, I'm unavailable?
I don't know if that's stringing. I do think business is business, so I understand why Cam did the lawsuit, but I don't think that's stringing them along. I just think that there's some miscommunication because J. Cole's not explaining why he's not able to do it right now. He may not want to. He might be in album mode, or he might be going through something personal. Who knows?
Yeah,
but that don't mean that he's not going to ever do it.
Yeah, but I just think that if there's a time set and there's conversation about this and this is the exchange, if business
listen to what
is
you just said. The first thing you said was time set. Was there a time set?
And I
wonder
if this was in writing too, or if it was a handshake. Like, yo, I'm gonna jump on yours. You jump on mine. Pause.
Yep. According to the documents that were filed by Cameron's team, they said what he said was he agreed. They agreed. J. Cole and Cameron that before this song came out, he wanted to make sure that they got their even exchange, which was going to make sure that Cam was properly credited. J. Cole would agree, and they would set the terms around whatever the collaboration would be, and all the things that he was asking for. So that seems like they had somewhat of a timeline. I am trying to get more details.
If it's hey, I want to make sure that it's an even exchange before the song comes out. Yeah, that's
and also there's nothing wrong with him saying either. I want to hear it before it goes as well too.
Yeah,
like Cam, I need to hear what happens before it goes, and he didn't. None of that happened for him.
But I also thought J. Cole said he wasn't doing any more interviews or podcasts, anything like that after Angie Martinez's last one. Remember he said he was done, he was not doing anymore. I thought, but artists have said that many a times.
But if you agree to something, you know what I'm saying, and y'all are in direct communication, what happened? All of us, just say that then, and do a song.
Hey, business is
you know
business. What I mean? I do my verse. I need yours back.
Yeah, well, there will be more here because this is just from Cameron's side. J. Cole's attorneys or someone will probably respond, so we'll keep you guys updated. And I'm trying to figure out kind of where the miscommunication went wrong because it seems like it could have been solved with a simple conversation. But we'll update you guys when we get the information.
Get the business right.
That's right. All right. Well, that's the latest.